A warning tonight from the nation's top ICE official, along with the results of an ongoing operation targeting migrants in the country illegally. Channel 5's Christian Colon explains.
It's called Operation Broken Promise. ICE officials say they arrested more than 150 people nationwide, 0 in the valley, but ICE adding they are targeting those who fail to follow a voluntary departure. For the past 2 weeks, ICE officers have been across the country arresting undocumented people who failed to leave the country after promising to do so. When migrants show up in court, an immigration judge decides their future. Some get to stay, others are told to leave, and some of those can request what's known as a voluntary departure.
And they get the court to issue the order for voluntary departure, set the exact time to depart, and then when they're released back into the community, we're hoping, as a community, that they hold true to their word to leave.
A grant of voluntary departure typically carries a deadline to leave in either 60 or 120 days. If they get the grant, immigrants pay their way out of the country. It also means if they leave when required, they will not be barred from legally re-entering the U.S. in the future.
They were able to appear in court, and then they either decided to, at that point in time, say, you know what, I think I want to preserve my equities and be able to voluntarily leave and be able to come back at some time in the future, either on a visitor visa or something like that. So they choose voluntary departure, or they can try and litigate their claims.
ICE Acting Director Tony Pham says more than 150 people failed to leave and were arrested nationwide, many with criminal convictions. And although none of those arrests have been in the valley, he warns that people should leave if they aren't supposed to be here.
It's designed to stoke fear in the community. So they're terrorizing communities, and that's by design, right? That's an intentional aspect of immigration enforcement today in this country. And so we have to consider what is the impact. You know, if someone's father is taken away, there's family left behind, there's children left behind.
We spoke to Norma Herrera, a community organizer for the RGV Equal Voice Network. Herrera advocates for migrants and says this visit is all political for the current administration. Herrera says Operation Broken Promise separates families, and she urges migrants to not be scared. Herrera also says migrants should learn their rights and reach out to the Equal Voice Network for help. ICE officials say they will continue with the operations, and the pandemic isn't stopping them. In McAllen, Christian Colon, Channel 5 News.